So, this episode has me, Eleanor, and Morg, otherwise known as mothcalx. I joined the VC, wasn't really saying anything. At some point, mid-conversation, Eleanor just made the podcast recording bot just join. So, this just starts mid-conversation. So, I'm just gonna start playing that now. Enjoy another episode of this bullshit.
Yes, I don't necessarily have to upload this, but I feel like I need to start recording because this is a good riffage.
Yeah, it's just like it's a completely different side of producing that a lot of people really don't see, especially because Ableton is so simple once you figure everything out, because all the devices are just like built in to work with, you know, the DAW, and you don't really have to use anything external. But if you look into how they work, it really becomes like a nightmare of just like brain problems and like, yeah, it's nuts. I don't really have anything else to like describe it other than, yeah, go look at like some of the Macs for Live devices you have by default if you have an Ableton license, and then try to like reverse engineer them and figure out how they work.
Fuck no, dude. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I mean, just macros and stuff like what you're describing with that, like that is truly insane. That is like pure like autism shit. Like just being able to do that and with all sorts of different. I don't know.
MIDI and macros, especially like I learned how to do that pretty early on, since I like one of the first people I talked to about getting like hardware to work with like a digital audio setup, not like a hardware audio setup, was Jessica Kira 600, and they told me like, oh yeah, get an APC 40, like just get an APC 40. It works with Ableton perfectly.
The APC 40 is the working man's pad.
Yeah. It's basically like Funny Launchpad, both with sliders and knobs and whatever.
No, the APC 40 is fucking bees, dude. I've used one before. They're sick. That's what.
Yeah. I have that, and like that was the first thing I ever bought for Ableton. And that's where I learned like how macros work, how MIDI mapping works, and like routing and stuff. That's not the difficult part, because once you get your brain, it's like once you get your brain to deal with that and just, you know where everything works, it becomes like second nature basically. And Ableton makes it super easy to do, like more easy than most other programs. I feel like I wish that other programs would kind of take like more stuff from Ableton, and then I wish Ableton would take stuff from other programs, because there's a lot of things about Ableton that I wish would change.
Yeah, like what?
Mainly the fact that they don't really have any kind of sequencer, like drum sequencer, built into the program. Like most other programs have just like a window that you can input a drum sequence into that's on a 4-bar loop. Like FL has it where you can just, click in your sequence and then pattern it into your timeline or whatever.
Yeah.
Ableton doesn't have that. You have to manually make it yourself. So it's kind of not like an as you go along type thing. It's more like you're pre-planning your entire drum rack out, and it's really sluggish, and it makes no sense why they wouldn't just have like a drum sequencer that's been a standard of the industry for ages. Like Reason has a drum sequencer. Like Bitwig probably, I don't know about Bitwig, but
Sure
I know that I'm sure like they have some kind of like open source plugin where you can use a sequencer. You can use some form of sequence. Ableton has like really no function for drum sequencing, and it makes making patterns a chore and not fun. Unless you're like some person that's like, I know exactly how my drums are going to sound before I hit the play button, which is like not most people. Most people like make a 4-bar loop and they're like, okay, I think the drums might sound like this, but then you just have to keep changing them every 2 seconds.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I can't say that I've used it enough to like fully grasp that, but it does seem like that is sort of the case. I don't know. Just like...
As somebody who likes using Reason Rack in Ableton, which has a drum sequencer. I mean, okay, that counts, but that's not fair because that's Reason. You're using Reason externally as a plugin into Ableton. It's not Ableton native.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Roland plugins. Like, you can get the 909 as a Roland Cloud plugin, and that has a sequencer in it. But that runs like that's not the same as just running a native drum rack in Ableton.
What? Wait. What is Reason? Is it like some like freeware shit or not?
No, it's a paid music software. It's
What's it similar to?
Reason is honestly not similar. Reason is honestly not similar to any DAW I've ever used, because the whole goal of Reason as a program is to emulate like live hardware, if that makes any sense, or like racking hardware. But it also has DAW features. So like it has a session view, but it's mainly based around live play. And then you sequence MIDI in through like the bottom half. It's supposed to be like using hardware for people, and that's why it was popular back in the day when it was like Reason. What was it, like Reason 2 or 3 were popular with techno producers and like shit like that, like old head people, before Ableton was really in the works or like was usable, because Ableton was kind of like, you know, being brainstormed started in like what was it, like 05 or 04? I don't remember. When was Ableton founded? I don't even know.
Ableton has to be from like 2001. Let's see. Ableton 1.
I know what oh my god, I'm so bad with words.
2001. I got it. Lol.
Ableton was founded by the group Monolake, which you may have heard of. It's Robert and his pal, I forget his name, but the other dude who was in Monolake is the CEO of Ableton, and Robert is the co-founder, I believe. And you may have heard of them because they were a popular name in the label Chain Reaction, which was started by Moritz von Oswald, who founded Basic Channel. It goes all the way back. It literally goes, the co-founder of Ableton goes all the way back to like Basic Channel times. It's crazy. It's like the lore. It's like Ableton lore at this point.
That's pretty next level.
Yeah, it's pretty well known that like a lot of the effects in Ableton are actually like meant for dub techno producing. It's like weird lore.
That's fucking hilarious, actually.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's because funny Monolake people worked on it.
Dude, isn't Bitwig made by the Ableton creators? Like,
yes, it is. It's
like,
made by
this isn't enough for me.
God, it's eluding me because I'm not like trying to look up this. I'm on my phone right now. I'm not trying to like look this shit up.
Yeah, no idea. It looks so crazy though. I really like the way it looks.
Same, but every time I like try to convince myself to learn it, I'm just like, no, not today.
It seems like a lot.
I'm just such like an Ableton person. It makes like it makes Ableton makes my brain happy. That's all I know. Like I like Reason. I've used it a lot, but like Ableton makes my brain happy.
That makes sense.
And it's why I've never like resorted to doing like any kind of DJ set in any other software, or like trying to make my stuff work, or like getting a CDJ or anything, because I just like Ableton so much.
It's pretty perfect. I don't know, like I not perfect, but like I honestly am just saying that because I've only been using it for 3 months and I actually feel comfortable with it already. Like that's pretty insane to me. So I think it's pretty fucking great.
I think a lot of
I mean, like thinking about trying to use
a noob DAW, but then they haven't like. There are people that are like
that's IDM talk. That's IDM That's IDM 40-year-old shit. Like, who cares? Like, sorry, but like, you know, like it might be noob DAW. But
no, it's so stupid. Like, I don't think that Ableton is like noob software. I think that any first DAW is going to be noob software to people, because it's naturally how your brain learns. Once you can learn a certain way of making music and understanding like routing and grouping and how buses work and how a master works and like effects work, like you're not going to unlearn that. People who like know FL and they are like, oh, well, I have a certain amount, I have 9 slots for effects per channel and like, you know, this stupid shit. Like that's how they are going to remember doing music for like a long time for the rest of their life.
Are you hearing this, Kedge?
I've been trying to get a word in, but there's been no gaps. So I like FL mostly because I don't have the attention span to learn anything else right now, since I'm still trying to learn how to produce music to begin with. FL, the thing with FL is that like it's fucking stupid, and like I feel like it's kind of like, even if you're good at it, it kind of feels like noob software, because like it's unintuitive and weird, because FL has like 5 windows and none of them fit in with each other, and to any normal person they'll like try and make the windows fit in with each other. Windows don't. They do not interlock. They're like just completely all over the place. But then you can eventually maybe realize that you can only have one open at a time, and you know, it's like a modular approach to it where it's like, all right, I'm only focusing on the fucking channel rack right now and the piano roll, so you don't have to have all the other shit open. The FL is like I feel like Ableton is more noob compatible, but the thing is, FL is what all the noobs download for some reason. Like that's just the one that people go to. And the thing is,
that is very true.
Like Ableton, people can pick it up and understand it. FL, people pick it up and don't understand it. Then they like develop fucking like really weird habits for making music, and then they just stick with it forever, and they're just kind of locked in. I have been using FL for years for editing shit, but I haven't really been producing until this year. And I'm just used to it. I'm just kind of locked in. It's kind of like I've just got this fucking... It's just kind of this curse of like noobiness that I feel like FL has, even if it's like not really understandable out of the box.
Yeah, it's really, I think the main reason why FL is like that, aside from the UI being insane, which I've always like said is the main reason why when I was a kid and downloading FL multiple times on multiple different computers, that I never liked it and I never got into making music with it. Because it's just like, it's something in my brain hated it. Something in my brain said, these windows should just be together, and I don't know why they're not working. I don't know why I have to drag this around.
No, this is a perfect dichotomy of FL and Ableton right here. This is it, like literally.
Yeah. The true reason why FL is like that is because it isn't an effective teaching tool when it comes to visualizing concepts about music. I think the perfect example of this is if you try to learn how to sidechain or duck something in FL. I implore you, try to explain how ducking works to somebody if you use FL, comparatively to if you use and I'm not talking about like using like a plugin to do it. I'm talking about like using just FL to do it. Try explaining that. It doesn't make any sense. In Ableton, it's an effective teaching tool because it's based on channels, you know. So I don't know. So ducking is when like, you know, you have an audio source, say like a kick, and you want to make it come through another portion of the audio. So you want the audio to lower when the other audio plays. So you want the audio to lower in decibels when the other audio plays. So all you have to do in Ableton is you just put a compressor on the channel of the audio you want to duck. You set the sidechain to the other audio, and then you change the threshold. That's all you have to do. Try doing that in FL. You have to like pull a bunch of lines around, and it makes no sense like visually. It's a visual nightmare for a teaching tool.
You know what I fucking hate in FL? I hate automation in FL so much. Like that's total.
And don't even get me started on automation. Like what the fuck is that?
That is just total like fucking like ABGN. What on earth were they thinking? Shit. Like, they couldn't have had it be a button that just toggles automation view on the... No, they had to fucking have it be fucking all fucking stacked all fucking down there. It fucking snaps all weird. You cut it up, it's all fucking off. It's, like, insane. You fucking move a dot, it moves everything to the right. Like, what were they fucking smoking?
That is, yeah, it's gnarly. It's bad.
There's, like, no good way to organize it. Like, ugh.
Here's the craziest thing. In Ableton, you press the letter A on your keyboard, and a graph pops up. You set 2 points on the graph and you drag them around. That's all you have to do. And then if you press Alt, you can change the graph, you know, the slope of the graph, and you can draw and shit. And it's per channel, so it lines up and it snaps and it's really useful. Why can't they do that? It's functionally the same. They have the same like session view. Actually, is it called a range or session? I'm actually not sure. I think it's called a range view. So, pardon me. Yeah, they have the same like a range view for the pattern mode in FL. Why can't they just like draw lines on top of the channels? Like, what's stopping them? Like, you have the effects window in a separate channel. You could just click on like a knob like you do in Ableton, and it'll change the line. Why can't they do that? I will never understand. It's very silly how you have to like select the effect that you want to automate and then make a clip for it. And it stacks. I mean, okay, it's also pretty bad in like some other softwares, but nowhere near as bad as FL. I would say that FL is like that's where it goes too far for me. I will say that if there's anything that FL does better, it's probably the piano roll. That's really what they have against.
I was noticing that because I've never not used FL without or like knowing anything about music production until I still haven't, but like I was like watching her use like casual like fucking like stream her screen or whatever and just showing the piano roll, and I was like, yeah, this seems way easier, dude. Fuck. Also, like, it was just interesting to me. Like, I know you're literally not even trying to like make your fucking break chops sound exactly like Lots do, Kaj, but straight up, like, I just could tell from like you using like that shit. I was like, oh, I get it now. Like, they all sound similar unless you do whatever. Because I mean, you just listen to her music. So
I don't really listen to her like or like her older music that like has breaks and stuff, but I could definitely see putting a break into Slice X and having it sound the same, because it's kind of just you're dry, like, yeah, when you're doing like Slice X for chopping breaks, you're like a kid like playing with like building block, like your Lego, like moving them together. And
that's awesome. I think that sounds pretty nice, honestly.
It's cool, but I definitely feel like there's like more advanced ways to do it, but I kind of like how simple it is, and I don't know, I think breaks sound good. I'm not really a fucking mega nerd about breaks.
Here's the thing about breakcore. Like, I love Venetian snares, and I also love like fucking Air Inspector. Like, you don't have to be going absolutely like all the fuck out all the time. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're just chopping it up to some fucking degree where it's like, yeah, this is sick. You know, I don't know. Like, I like both. But like, you don't have to be going. You don't have to be going V snares mode all the time. So like, it does. You know, I don't know.
I just like in Ableton. The reason why I like anytime I think about like doing breakcore now, I lean towards like the V snare side, because it's more fun for me. Like, it gives me more.
Yeah, I get that. It's just
I'll break out my APC and I'll be like, okay, time to slice this up into a drum rack, and then I set each to slice mode, and then I'm like, okay, now I gotta fucking set this repeat, and then I get to do live pads, and I just push shit, and it like chops it up, and I'm like, this is fucking sick.
For me,
yeah, like, no, for sure. Once I get an APC, I plan on doing some more insane shit.
Yeah, there's plenty of free software out there that allows you to do live pad shit. Just literally like the best thing that you can do. If you want to turn your APC into like an MPC, just download like a Ned Rush's software for it.
Ned Rush is the fucking goat, dude. I love that, like, man.
Anything that Ned Rush has, and just like take that and then like use it.
Morgan, have you seen him making Boards of Canada?
Yeah, I have.
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. The part where he's like,
Really funny,
"What do we need?
yeah.
We need babies, and he starts, okay, we're gonna pitch it up 6 semitones, make it sound a little bit weird, like so fucking spot on, dude. Like that literally sounds like a Words of Canada song. He's so fucking funny, dude.
He's so funny.
Yeah, I don't even get what he's doing. I just think it's hilarious. Like the idea of being like, yeah, I'm gonna make a fucking like snare drum out of white noise by just layering it over itself and fucking operate, just whatever a billion times. Like,
I understand what he's doing, but his thought process is so like insane.
It's just sick. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna make like show you how hard you can fuck with this program. Like that's what I just think that's the coolest thing ever. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm sure, he doesn't use just vanilla Ableton, but in most of his videos, he is just using Ableton shit with like not even like very many like fucking presets or plugins and shit. Just being insane.
Actually, if we're recording, I'm actually gonna get on my computer. I'm gonna be right back.
Is this like the third one of these that we've done that's like impromptu?
Oh, this is gonna be an episode. Okay.
Why not? Chad, you should send me the remix you did. I want to hear it.
Oh, what remix? The Fable remix?
Yeah.
It's on like it's like on 2 OS partitions at once because I do beats on FL on Windows and then record into Logic on Mac OS. It's a fucking mess.
Oh hell yeah, Logic. That's how you know.
She's a Mac fag to the extreme. I fucking love it.
Awesome. I'm a Mac fag.
I kind of like I've always been jealous my entire life of people who are Mac fags. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it's a philosophy for sure.
I was gonna say it's a lifestyle.
Oh, you were calling me a Mac fag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Morgan's like Linux mode. I don't know if you use Linux, but I would assume you would, right?
No, I'm not. I'm a Windows person.
Yeah, good for you.
I mean,
you're
like
well-adapted, normal human being.
Yeah,
I can emulate a Raspberry Pi on my phone and watch my security camera with fucking open like. Dude, fuck
the thing is, the fucked up thing is, like, I have known and still know people that do that shit. Like
yeah,
it's gnarly.
Leon was trying to tell me I should get a ThinkPad and put Linux on it.
It makes me hate Linux. It makes me hate the people who use Linux. Make me hate that.
It's like atheism here, dude.
Yes, that's perfect.
It's literally
that's a perfect thing.
Yeah, it's like the whole like old like meme of atheism or veganism, like that old fucking like meme.
Yeah,
like it's
go
like
5 minutes without talking about Linux.
Just open source stuff. Fuck, it's just vegan software.
Yeah, like I don't know, dude. It's just like, oh wait, so you on a computer and you're not using it as hard as you possibly can? Curious. This says a lot about our society. It's like.
There's no DAW
like
that I will use on Linux, so I will not fucking touch it. Plus, fuck GIMP. Fuck. GIMP.
Dude, you don't want to.
Oh my god, yeah, fuck GIMP, dude.
Anyone that tells me that I love GIMP, it's like so cool. I'm like, dude, I'll fucking come to your house and put Photoshop on your computer. Shut the fuck up right now. Stop it.
I will fight for Paint.net. I will not fight for GIMP.
Paint.net is dope, dude, but
Paint.net is fire.
All I can say about GIMP is green pepper brush.jpg.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, dude. What were you saying, guys?
We don't talk about green. I can't even say it.
Oh yeah, I meant to say. When I'm in a Hell City, I plan on just spamming you with all of my favorite Forlong songs until you like her older shit and know it. Some of them, some of the good ones.
Yar.
I don't really listen to that kind of music much.
I know, that's why I want to show it to you, because you gotta fucking expand your horizons, dude. Like.
I've been listening to some stuff. Ever since I got fucking YouTube Music, I've been listening to like more shit.
I believe you, so accept more music into your life. It's just, she just has so much fucking music. It's just like so many different fucking kinds, but I don't know. Happy hardcore is my, like, I don't know. I guess the Eleanor genre would be like happy hard meshcore. Like where breakcore and fucking happy hardcore intersect, I guess. That's my shit.
Yeah.
A lot of old happy hardcore, man, that shit, I love it, but like it's so fucking ridiculous. Like the dark ages of happy hardcore are really funny. Like 95 to 2002 or something. I don't know. That shit is like just funny as fuck. It's literally like written for advertisements. Like it's like I love it, but I don't even go with this. I just I love talking about happy hardcore. That's my shit.
Happy hardcore funny ass genre. I almost called it a meme genre. I apologize.
It is a meme genre.
I don't know if I would call it.
It's called happy hardcore.
It is sort of a meme genre.
I fuck with. Well, okay, there we go. Like my 3 favorite genres are all meme genres. Shoegaze, what the fuck is that? Witch House, what the fuck is that? And happy hardcore. Like, okay, word. Those are definitely real things. No, it's a meme genre only because of the concept of how it came about. I think, like literally, like yeah, the Gabber is sick, but like I want to make Gabber. It's not about like Jason Voorhees. I want to make Gabber about like the rainbows and shit, bro. Like I don't know. It's so funny. Like literally, happy hardcore is just like I don't know what. Have you ever read that book about? I forget what it's called. Fuck, I read it a long time ago. But it's kind of just talking about like the rave civil war that happened in the 90s, and it's really cool and interesting. Like this split down the middle after like 1992 with like where at the intersection like jungle from jungle and hardcore into happy hardcore and then gabber, and then you got like trance and like Eurodance and shit, and it's just this whole like thing. It's really interesting to like read about like the whatever.
Well, it's also interesting because trance was like white people's response to house music or like Chicago techno.
Yeah, I mean, like old trance is like ridiculous, dude. Like I get why that's
really,
like that's the lowest common denominator. It's as much as I love some ATB, like it's terrible.
I wouldn't go as far as to say like, I mean, there's obviously like so much terrible like when it comes to those genres like trance, techno, and house. As much as I love all 3 of them, every single one of those genres has like some of the most like god awful music you will ever listen to.
Old school hardcore too, dude.
Yeah, it's gnarly. Even like industrial hardcore has like some stinkers in there. Like there's really bad industrial hardcore, which is hard to believe because industrial hardcore is like nightmare terror music.
What would industrial hard? Give me like some like names, I guess.
Industrial hardcore. Like what would be the most recognizable industrial hardcore name? It's hard to
neophyte type shit. I don't know.
Like I don't know.
Like more advanced.
Like I guess like you could start. I mean that's more like techno with a K. It's like Spiral Tribe, and then you go down from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's like. Industrial hardcore is when you get to like the real noise shit that just sounds like gabber, but it's at 190 BPM and it's like nightmare.
See,
so it's like that's like fish cat Kariane, like shit like that, or it's nuts.
Yo, Eleanor, check Twitter. The fucking crazy furry that replied with the trans Nazi furries said something else.
Oh my god, they're back. Morgan, you have to see this fucking like psycho that started arguing with us on Twitter about like nothing, like literally like shadow boxing like they're like Twitter argument person in real life.
It's crazy how like I think I have avoided arguing with a single person on Twitter for
Joe Biden wake up 9/11.
It was really unexpected.
What happened in 2001?
It's my favorite. I can see his face when I hear that.
Joe Biden. Eleanor.
Joe Biden will become the next shogunate.
School book depository.
Watashi wa. Literally just saying watashi wa at the end of it.
222. Okay. Unlucky win.
I am not getting
New Yamlin album. 203.
Wait, yeah. Have y'all... Wait.
The sound is for the underground.
The sound is for the underground.
The sound. Right here.
Oh, Biden. The sound is for the underground.
Cadge, have you listened to that song?
If I had to start a podcast, I would start it with that. I'm just saying.
Hold on, there's this image that's like repost if you dip your, the middle text, like whisper, repost if you dip your fries in the Wendy's Frosty. I'm gonna just put a picture of 9/11 over the word fries, and reply to the guy.
Fantastic idea.
Fucking airplane barbecue.
I think that's a pretty good one. That's the first tweet of mine you've ever liked. I hope you know that.
Really? I've been liking tweets more.
Oh, damn it. I was going to be so proud of myself. Fetal Kaida syndrome is one of the funniest things I've ever fucking heard.
Thank you, because I've been repeating that joke for months.
I'm putting that in my fucking track titles. Text document. Okay.
What else is in your track titles text document now that I think about it?
Oh my god.
It's probably some crazy ass shit.
There's some like okay. I was like riffing with Himiko. We're just like 2012 lollycore titles, like how they're just like Gorshit is a fucking cunt and I will kill him with
knowing Himiko, I know where this is going.
It's well, he was sending like some of his old ones, and then I was sending stuff that's like more in like my style or whatever, but it's still like similar, like just like long ass sentences. Okay, let's see what I got. Okay, well, I have the music ideas section, and then I have the track title section. And in music ideas, I need to do this, but I need a banjo first. Folk song about Johnny Appleseed spreading poppies and like heroin bags around the country to stop fentanyl overdoses. Like the 2022 Johnny Appleseed would be giving out Narcan and like a fucking heroin. If you get me, like I just think that'd be like
that'd be nuts.
It'd be like some Johnny Hobo shit. It'd be pretty funny, but it's true.
I have some tweet in my drafts about Johnny Appleseed, like in involvement with 9/11. I swear to God.
Holy shit!
Because I remember when I got my iPod 4 as a kid, I set my name to Johnny Appleseed because it was the default name, and I thought it was funny when I was like 10. So it's just been like in my brain's language for like 15 years or something.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Wait, dude, what the? I can't find it actually. I think the furry blocked me or something.
I just posted it. Look.
Oh, you did. Thank you.
Oh, wait, is it in a?
Oh, it's in bulldozer cum shot.
Oh my God. This guy, the joys of reporting you anti-Semites. What? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh my God. I'm not talking to anybody about 9/11 anymore because every time I start, like, people just find more excuses to, like, excuse it not being, like, yeah, like, I mean, they just have so many excuses. Like, guys, listen, like, we did, like, America, we did a bad. Like, over there, they also did a bad. We can get over it. It's fine. Right. It's an event that happened. Like, just, like, chill.
I think 9/11 is really funny. I don't have a moral reason for backing up why I find it funny. I just think it's funny. I like explosions.
I actually
it's a generational thing. All right?
I have a definitive reason why I think it's funny, and it's because I find the fact that British people find 9/11 so funny is funny in and of itself. Like, I've been around like so many British people who think 9/11 is hilarious for like the complete wrong reasons. So in turn, that to me has become like the butt of the joke of 9/11 is just like people thinking 9/11 is funny for really, really dumb reasons.
Yeah. If you want to get down to it on like the, like the midwit, like chart thing, like the bell graph or whatever. It's like
bell curve.
I fuck mathematics. I ain't past school. My money counted through the attic. My money counted through the roof. No, but like, I fucking think that objectively, one of the reasons for 9/11 being funny, and this is like the midwit part, but it's also like it's on both sides. It's because it's a plane crashing into a giant building. That's fucking funny. Like, it's funny. It's like loud.
It made me laugh.
Loud noise equals funny. Zooming on someone's face equals funny. Building getting exploded equals funny. Like, come on.
Planes aren't supposed to go into buildings, and buildings aren't supposed to crash down when that happens.
Buildings aren't supposed to go into planes.
That's true.
That's
they keep
why,
doing it.
Like, I even beyond like joking about it, I'm just like, it's genuinely just something I'm interested in. Like, I just like I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but I like, reading the history of it.
You've only been friends with me for 6 months. You'll get there.
That's with me and Vietnam. I'm sure people can relate to that.
Wow, we got the trifecta: Vietnam, JFK, and 9/11. Those are like the three.
I'm like a conspiracy theorist, but I don't like practice it. I'm just kind of passively like, yeah, all the not racist ones are true.
So
that's a really good mindset to have when it comes to conspiracy theories.
Like, I don't look into it.
There are so many conspiracy theories that are just horribly racist.
We literally live in a dystopia. Like why would I bother studying or trying to prove one way or another? Like, we literally
right. My theory on it is that literally Death Grips Man said it best. I don't trust the U.S. government, and I don't trust people that do. So that at a base level, right? That goes two ways though, because there are a lot of really stupid people that don't trust the government for like the correct reasons. Some of them, just fucking capitalism or whatever the fuck. And then because of their distrust for the government, they just start like saying, like being like, yeah, like, the moon landing just was like, literally a video that they made.
Yeah, it's like major Cappington like level shit.
It's because it's like they distrust the government so much that they don't think that anything they do is true.
That's like the worst pipeline you could go down.
And it's really easy to, dude.
Yeah, there's so much rabbit hole shit that's like actually real. But then there's so much like
that's why I'm a conspiracy theorist, because once you find out about the move bombing or the Tuskegee fucking syphilis experiments or South America or and then you put these pieces together, it's like, yeah, okay, the US government does all these things. Like, that's a little bit different than being like getting a Facebook infographic about like the moon landing being fake because you're like unhinged. And like, so like I'm in a tough spot because like I am a conspiracy theorist in a way. Well, yeah, I am, because like, but I am about shit that is fucking true because it's been proven time and time again. And like, I don't like fall into the fucking easy ones. Like, I have some opinions about COVID that are like fairly extreme, but not like completely retarded and like out of this fucking world. Like, these people, like, there's just no middle ground with like conspiracy theorists. Yeah. So we really all look absolutely insane. And yeah, it's fucking so frustrating, dude. Holy shit. Like, but yeah,
it's Catch,
I'll kill you. I'll make you a conspiracy theorist. You've only known me for like 6 months. You'll get worse, but I promise.
I don't really like care to read about conspiracy theories. I just kind of know they're true, and I don't really have to prove or disprove them.
Okay, there we go. So that's basically what I mean. I guess I'm just talking about crazy fucking shit that the US has done that you might not know about. So
I mean, isn't there that thing where like the CIA was gonna like justify
there was.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't remember, but it's like fucking you already know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't have to you could literally it could come out that literally any conspiracy theory was true all along, and I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't care. All I care about is jacking off, dude.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit. I agree with you about the fucking, dystopia thing. It's just interesting to me. Like, I don't know. It's the natural progression of being someone who's hated the government your entire life, and then you start just like finding out about the shit and whatever. So, I don't know.
Can you please ask your doctor for Seroquel? Fucking now me in the replies.
Oh my god, wait, holy fuck, dude.
Whoa, fucking, this is amazing.
Wait, what?
Fucking bulldozer cum shot.
I swear to god I have dyslexia or something, I can't read.
Bulldozer cum shot. Hit the text channel.
Oh, also, Naomi's just my internet friend. Yeah, she's in here too. She also is an estrogen dealer.
Oh, that's literally nuts.
Not one of those goated. Like fucked up like homebrew.
That's like really goated.
The homebrew channel bathtub.
That is definitely the most like goated dealer status you can have.
That's like Robin Hood, dude.
Yeah, it is.
But her PayPal's locked right now because she lives in fucking Mexico. So awesome. Yeah,
that's
dude.
Not goated.
It sucks. I'm so mad about it. I've considered doing that. I've given out so many free bottles of fucking estrogen pills before because I was getting them for like a year and a half. I haven't gotten them recently, but a year and a half after I also started. Well, it would be helpful, but because I get shots now, but they kept giving me the pills for no reason. So I just had like a fucking ton of them.
I see. The pharmacies do that where they'll just like keep refilling your prescription until it expires because your doctor never takes it off like my chart or whatever.
Yesterday it happened with a gabapentin because I have like I usually get 900 milligrams a day, but there was 1 month where they gave me an extra 100 and they just keep doing that. It's like, what?
Not to bring up bullshit that I don't fucking care about, but people were talking about fucking like Heffel's teaching like kids how to make estrogen in bathtubs, and I don't think she was doing that, but if she was, that would have been fucking awesome, dude. Fucking imagine like going full fucking Heisenberg in the fucking bathtub, like making shit like a fucking estrogen Sharpie bath. I want to do that.
That's badass.
I don't even need to do that. I want to try it.
I think if she was making it though, it might have been jank.
No, imagine if you were like Jesse in the second episode of Breaking Bad, and you were trying to make like an estrogen bath, and you got in, and it like dissolved your body, and you fell through the fucking floor, and Walter White saw your body fall through the floor, and you're like,
no, you like fucking kill some motherfucker and then dissolve his body in estrogen. Dude, yeah, Jesse.
You'd kill some person, you'd dissolve their body in estrogen, and then they would like reform into like the perfect woman. The cycle of life.
This is what we're doing right now is funny, but like in the context of the internet, like this would be like the least funny thing ever, especially right now, like trans Breaking Bad. But like the idea of fucking Jesse getting into the estrogen game because he has like a trans girlfriend or something, like Jane, but being trans, and, like doing Adderall and fucking like Phenibut and Kratom instead of heroin.
Honestly, they should just make like a YTP of Breaking Bad and just replace all of like the fucking drugs with like estrogen, like progesterone, or like anything.
Oh my god, I cannot explain to you guys how fucking weird it feels with the like a resurgence super hard of this like Breaking Bad shit. Like,
it's super weird.
Well, I live here.
I've yet to tell you about
that's the weirdest. It's like I live here and there's nothing here except for that show. Like that is our identity forever now. More than the nuke. It's just weird.
Yeah,
like it's so trippy.
That must be
because that show's
so
realistic, weird. Dude. That is what that shit is like 100%. It's crazy.
Oh
but,
yeah.
Go on. Sorry.
I was gonna say some person I met up with in real life. This like furry that I met up with once. They were like obsessed with Breaking Bad to an unhealthy degree, and it was scaring me. It like actually they were like it literally I would be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And they'd be like, "Sure, like come over." And then they would just like sit there and watch like Better Call Saul the whole time. And I would just be like, "Hey, you want to do anything?" Like this is obviously we aren't friends anymore, but like they would just watch like Better Call Saul the whole time. I would try to get their attention. They just would be like,
"Oh, that's the worst kind of fucking."
No, I'm watching my show.
I don't know if it's like some like off. It's probably some internalized Eleanor contrarianism shit like usual. But like, Breaking Bad is an amazing show. It's one of my favorite shows ever. It's one of the best shows ever made.
I've watched it like 3 times. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just
for
saying
sure.
I haven't awkward.
I haven't even watched Better Call Saul yet, and I think it's because like I literally just like. I don't know. I got burnt out about the association. It's like I go to Albuquerque and it's just his fucking Walter White's face plastered on the side of everything. It's just like it's funny. I don't know. It makes me feel super weird. And like it's crazy, like because I think if I wasn't from here, I probably would be like way like obsessed with it, like I am like with the X-Files or whatever. Like, you know.
Oh yeah.
But like I've had friends come here, like, and they all like whenever they come play with shows, they like always want to go to the fucking house, and I like go with them or whatever. Like
I could imagine like people from Washington like hating Twin Peaks too, like.
Yeah, probably.
I fucking like Twin Peaks is like my favorite TV show, and I'm sure if I was from Washington, I would hate Twin Peaks because that show is realistic too. That show is like extreme, even though it's like wackadoodle. It's really realistic. Yeah, Sopranos too. It's like all those shows that are supposed to be like, you know, maybe not. I mean, Twin Peaks, yes and no, but like, yeah, the Sopranos and Breaking Bad and like shit like that, that are all supposed to be like semi-period piece, but also like character study and like also like action drama deals. Like it's all like it must like feel so weird to be from that area and have like someone that really got familiar with that area and with the like how people were like in that time period, like just having that be like the thing that you're known for. It's kind of that must feel so weird.
Okay, let me just list the things in New Mexico are known for, because they are all fucked, dude. Like, okay, we got, in chronological order, let me think. There is the nuke, and then after that was the Roswell shit. Yeah. So, nukes, being the founder of nukes, aliens, then, also Breaking Bad, and I'm forgetting some other shit. Balloon Fiesta. We're like the hot air balloon capital of like at least like North America or the Western world. Like hot air balloons. Like what the fuck is that? We burn a giant effigy. We burn a giant effigy every year called Old Man Gloom that's been around for like 90 years or something, and like people come from out of state for that. Like just like the weirdest fucking things, dude. Namely Roswell, nukes, and Breaking Bad and meth. Like those 4 already are just like Jesus fucking Christ, dude. It's so funny, like, because nothing happens here, so like it's pretty fair to reduce everything to that, honestly.
Yeah.
This place is weird because have you always lived in like New England?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I was born in Oregon, and then I
Okay.
moved to San Francisco for a short time, and then I've always lived in Connecticut after that.
So, New Mexico is the polar opposite of New England in every metric, probably.
Yeah, I would
it's like-
assume so.
Yeah, everything's really pretty dense there. It's so small, like you could almost call New England as one state.
Yeah.
If you're not counting Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey, but
it's dense in geography wise and maybe location, like locally. I would say it's the exact opposite of dense.
Okay, word. So yeah, at least geographically, like
geographically, yeah, sure.
New Mexico is, I think, outside of Alaska and Hawaii and Texas, the next one. And you're California, Texas, Alaska, I think we're the fourth biggest. We only have like 2.7 million people, if that. And there are only 3 cities, I think, like real cities. Like we have Albuquerque, and then we have Las Cruces, which is basically Mexico. And then there's Santa Fe, where I live, but that's the capital. But it's not like really like a major city or anything. And that's it. And it's huge. Like, and there is nothing anywhere in the state at all. Like, if between anywhere north of Los Alamos, anywhere south of like Albuquerque, suburb areas, but nothing. Straight up fucking nothing. It's the weirdest shit ever, and it's just so huge. Like, also just the way it looks. We don't have basements here. We don't have air conditioners. I don't know if you guys have air conditioners. Some people have air conditioners.
I have air conditioning.
I think it's funny because we live in the fucking desert. Most people don't have them here. And also we don't have. We don't. It's just because it's so fucking poor. I don't even know what it is. I don't know. It's weird. My house doesn't have one, but my house is like 90 years old. But yeah, no basements exist here. And anytime I'm out of state at like a house show and there's a basement, I'm just like chilling down there the entire time. Just like, this is so cool. What the fuck? You guys have these? That's crazy. It's like unfathomable to me, like having a fucking basement. It's so weird. The street I live on is like one of the oldest streets in Santa Fe, and there's like some of the only houses in the city that have basements that aren't like whatever, like super new developments or like, yeah, here or whatever. It's funny.
The good old gentrified housing market.
Dude, oh my god.
But yeah, I mean,
oh, Meow Wolf, I forgot to say, that's the other one. You know what Meow Wolf is, right?
Wait, say again?
Meow Wolf?
Oh, yeah. So,
I'm fucking cool, dude, honestly, I'm gonna be real. Anyhow, that's like the biggest fucking meme. Like, that shit is like when, I don't know if you're, probably not, like, you don't watch the news, but like all my fucking family were asking me about this and shit, like even the ones that don't live here were like, do you know this guy that died? Because like my friend died, and it was like, like one of the founders, and it was like fucking like national news, dude. It's just like so weird to me, but I, because they're from Santa Fe, and like my like godfather, one of my best friends, he's like, they're like 4 people that founded it, and they're like 4 of my best friends, and I was part of this shit like 10 years ago, and I left, and now it's like just this huge, it's just like so crazy. Like literally seeing like a Meow Wolf hosted, like we used to fucking have to do everything out of pocket, and everything was so fucking ghetto, like all our installations and shit. They have a fucking music festival with 100 gecs playing. Which is my friend that I've known for 8. Like that was like that moment hit me. I was like, I'm in a fucking like the intersection of like.
Yeah, that must be fucking nuts. Like thinking back on that,
dude. The Laura one in particular is just like I can remember the exact moment, everything I was doing when it hit me like fully, like Shinji in the chair mode, like, like it wasn't like, because it's not like, I mean, now Machine Girl's super big, but it's not the same. Like straight up, like, I don't know, whatever, like stupid music publications and music media and shit, like 15 years from now, we're gonna be like, yeah, like 100 gecs is like, one of the fucking like, most influential fucking acts of the 2020s or 2019, whatever the fuck, like. That's just like, she's like that famous, like a show on like Euphoria. Like it's not just like I'm friends with fucking like a gore shit and Machine Girl and like and PHF. It's like an actual famous person. And like when that really hit me, I was like, that is so fucked. That is so fucked up. It's so weird. I don't know. Like it's like to the point where I feel weird talking about one of my like good friends because I feel like I sound like a fucking asshole because of how many people I've heard sounding like assholes talking about her. Like, oh my god, dude, it's such a weird feeling.
Yeah.
It's like, and like, this sounds like inadvertently like me flexing, but it's like not like I try so hard to not do that while talking about her, and it's like impossible because like people are so crazy about it. I don't know, but no, there's something else about Meow Wolf that I was too.
I had that kind of moment too, where one of my best friends now is Kuru Keegan. I don't really listen to his music, but he's a really nice guy. But I realized that like when we started talking and like became better friends and shit and started playing games, like he has like a lot, like it's like when I realized how many like people like OS Quinn had like I was like, holy shit, like that's a lot of people. Like I never realized she had that many people. Same thing with Keegan. He was like I had like people that I knew from high school message me on Instagram and were like, "You're friends with Kuru? It's crazy." I was like, "What?"
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, isn't it weird? I don't know. It's just like people treat you fucking weird about it.
I was like, I just met this guy. I was on a trip with some friends and I met this guy and he was really nice and we hit it off and we started playing games. Like, how'd you even find out?
I can't believe you know Catch Strife personally.
I can't believe
that's the biggest one for me either. Like, holy shit, dude. That's crazy. What's my other...
The only time I've experienced that kind of thing is, I guess sometimes people will, like, want me to, like, talk to lots or something, but the thing is, she doesn't reply to anyone. She won't reply to me. Like, unless there's something, like, really important looking in the notification.
Yeah. This is what I was about to say. Fucking, yeah, exact same thing with Laura. It doesn't happen often, but, like, when people have, like, been like, could you message Laura for me? Like, I really want to, like, book her, and I'm just like, no, like she has a booking manager. She has a record. It's not like no. Also, you can do it yourself, dude, and you're not going to have any results, and that's your L. But like, I'm not doing that for you. It's just like the weird parasocial shit. I hate it. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah,
but that's only really ever happened to me with that. Oh, this is funny. You know that stupid movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah, of course. I've watched that shit.
You know the like older teenage boy, or like the teenage boy that like whatever, the blonde one. I don't know if you like.
Yeah.
That's my uncle. That's my mother's younger brother. Yeah, I mean he's like, but he's like he's one of those dudes that was in a bunch of kids movies, or like whatever, like 80s like movies for the whole family, like and then never had any big roles and stopped making like, so he's not like famous, like no one will remember who he is really, except for the Tumblr tag for him is awesome. It's a bunch of like Gen X people like thirsting over him. It's fucking the weirdest thing to see.
That's really fucked up.
He gets killed by Chuck Norris in an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. He's in Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor? Oh my.
Yeah, it's not a very significant role, but he's in it. He's in Silverado. He's in Welcome Home, Roxy Carmichael, in which he kisses Winona Ryder. So I lived through that vicariously because I've definitely kissed him as a kid or something. So I pretty much fucked Winona Ryder is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. It's so funny. Like look up Thomas Wilson Brown IMDb.
It's crazy that I can now associate your uncle with a Michael Bay movie.
Oh, is that a Michael Bay movie? I mean, I knew it was like huge and Tom Cruise is in it, but damn, that's
it's a Michael Bay film. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably Tom Cruise military bait. So, like, let's see.
My only the only thing I can relate to that with is my cousin. Have you ever, by any chance, seen a YouTube video of a teenage boy shooting his monitor with an airsoft gun, and it has 10 million views? That's my cousin.
That's dope.
Yeah, wow. That's my cousin. He's a really, really nice guy. He plays bass in a folk band now.
Nice.
And he's a sweetheart. I love him to death.
Let me think of if I have any other funny ones like that. Shit. Shit. I forgot to say this earlier. So Skylar from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I've hung out with her like twice. Like on like
what the fuck?
Yeah. So my damn it, makes me kind of bummed out. My friend Poppy, who was like my sister in middle and high school and stuff, basically like my older sister, not sister. she cut me and Jade off and blocked both of us a couple of years ago, so I haven't talked to her in a while, and I think it's because she's trying to get sober and stuff or whatever. And anyhow, her dad is a huge asshole, but he's like a writer guy that's kind of whatever known here, and fucking Anna Gunn was dating him for like a year, so I met her twice. One time hung out with her for like an hour. She was nice. It was really weird though. I was like losing. Also, because her name Skylar White. Skylar is my government name, and also my mom's last name is Brown. So I've always thought that name is really funny. Skylar White, Skylar Brown. If that were the case, but it is not. Yeah, super weird.
My Eleanor, I believe you know my thing with one of my family members, and I'm not going to say it because it is a dox, but once I am doxed, I'll fucking be joking about it a lot because it's really funny.
I feel like I've already been doxed and I don't know it yet. I've always had that belief is like somewhere on the internet there is a document with all of my details on it, and I've just kind of given up caring. Like I just feel like that's something that exists. And
I've doxed myself on 4chan like 3 times. So
yeah, I'm not like that because like I'm
insane.
Like I don't use 4chan anymore. But
for me, I don't really care what people know or think about me, but I just don't want to deal with cops, dude. I don't want to get swatted.
Fair.
I hate cops in general. I have experience with cops, and I do not like cops.
Me neither.
I do not want to get swatted. Other than that, I don't give a fuck.
I'm so good at dealing with cops, dude. It's kind of sick, honestly. But
I'm good at dealing with them, but it's
not
mainly just because
here. The cops here are like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Just like to be clear, like my perception of the police in my experiences, it's like a slap on the wrist, no matter what. So go on.
I've had kind of the same deal where it's like the police here aren't like they're not evil. I just think the idea of like law enforcement terrifies me. Like
same with
seeing a cop on the road, or like I will no matter how fast I'm going, I will slow down to the speed limit if I even like think I see a cop on the road. Just because I am so scared of like having to have that like interaction with law enforcement. Like they may be like a nice person. They may just be like, okay, well you were going like 10 miles over the speed limit, don't do it again. But just like having that moment where you're like, oh fuck, like am I gonna get fined for like $200? Am I gonna like, is my ID gonna be out of date? Are they gonna smell weed that's not there or some bullshit? Like what's gonna happen?
They're always gonna smell weed that's not there. Don't worry. And then they'll like be like, you know, I don't mind if you guys are drinking, but just make sure you know, like.
Yeah, I don't mind if you guys are smoking weed or drinking, but just don't do it again. And it's like, dude, I was literally doing nothing. Like
in my experience, they're like, they get mad about a gram of weed, and then they like are like, I've had times where they've not taken our booze, but they've taken our weed, and they've been like, yeah, you guys like, you know, drink, you know, I'm a teenager, but drinking, just make sure you do it at home. Like encouraging us to drink and being like, marijuana will kill you and your entire family. It's actually the funniest shit ever. My friend has a field recording of like the best cop interaction I've ever had.
I just don't understand like where law enforcement draws their line in the sand, but I feel like I will always have like a respect, like not a respect for law enforcement because I have no respect for cops or like having that job.
Aspects of law enforcement, you know.
Yeah, same like aspects of it, but I don't have respect, like especially like once you watch enough live PD, like you kind of start to see the pattern and how they operate, and just like
continue to ignore it.
I don't. I think most of all, I don't like what law enforcement stands for as it currently does. It stands for a lot of bad things, and it's a fear tactic. And I don't know if law enforcement should be a fear tactic or it shouldn't be. It's a question I've been debating with myself.
Well, it clearly doesn't work. So I don't know.
The problem is like there. I think there's something even worse. My mom was trying to like I don't know. Maybe I'll skip over this as well. But my mom was like trying to convince me like, oh yeah, did you hear about what happened in Chicago? Like they've defunded the police so much, and the crime rate just keeps going up.
Oh my god!
Like, I was like, shut the fuck up! I'm like,
no jobs, no fucking money. That's why, dude. Fuck Jesus.
It's like, yeah, like what do you mean they're defunding the police?
They're giving them more money.
Like, come on.
They're literally giving them more money. I'm sure.
It's not. That's not how we're. And even if
that's not how crime works,
and
anyways.
even if that's true, yeah, exactly. It's not.
You can't be there when the crime. That's another thing about law enforcement that just baffles me. In concept, it's like, oh man, that cop saved that lady who had her purse snatched. Like, no, he like filed some paperwork afterward, and maybe got the fucking purse back. There are so few times ever where cops have actually been there to stop something.
Yeah, real.
The podcast.
So, Yar.
This is very impromptu.
We got double podcasts now.
What the fuck? I don't want to be on a podcast.
You're with the Drain member CEOs right now, though. You got all three of us.
I'm with the gay virgins. What the fuck is this? I don't want to be on a podcast.
That's fine. I don't, whatever. We can edit it. But yeah, either way, fucking what we're talking about. Cops.
Fucking hilarious.
Cops are awesome. I would like to become one.
If I really wanted to like kill
just
people,
for all the Johnny Appleseeds out there, I love the police.
If you really wanted to kill people,
so if Cadge really wanted to kill people,
I'd just kill a person. I wouldn't fucking like officially sign up to do it. Like fucking
get in
I don't
line.
like all that
Jeez,
formality.
wait your turn.
I wouldn't like fucking. I don't want to fucking like get a license and all fucking fucking badge and a gun and fucking a little fucking spirit Halloween outfit. Well, they don't dress like that anymore. They all dress kind of like all fucking Counter-Strike now. But like I would just kill a person. I wouldn't put on the fucking costume.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about like crime and shit and like how crime affects people like mentally, it was like the craziest clip I saw recently, which reminded me of how crime actually affects people. Is the clip that Momo posted of Crank? Where
Momo has been trying to get me to watch that for like so many years.
Dude, I've watched both of them. It's so good. It's such a great series of films. But that one clip is unironically like masterful because it perfectly sums up how like no human is ready to see somebody die. Like no human is ready to see like someone get robbed or be held at gunpoint. Like you can't like you can't like as a police officer like expect that person to be fine afterwards and like oh, that person's taken care of, we saved them, it's accounted for, it's fine. Yeah, they had a gun pointed to their head, they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's fine because they didn't
if we file some paperwork to make sure it happened so we don't lose track of it, it'll be fine.
Yeah, very very fucking true.
Yeah, that's what that clip kind of like made me realize is like, yeah, no matter like who you are or how mentally stable you are, no one is ready to like have a gun pointed in their face or like, like get robbed or like have a knife pointed at them or like anything. Like no one's ready to be put in that situation. So like, yeah, sure, there's aspects of law enforcement that are needed, but like they don't do shit. They don't help people. Like they really don't help people.
Right. Who do EMTs and firefighters? Like fuck.
Yeah, real.
And cops if they have to do those people's jobs with them, but like yeah,
it's fucked up. Like I will never understand like some people's, I don't know, just obsession with making making soldiers or like police officers seem like heroic people. At least now, yeah. Soldiers used to be heroic.
You cannot
in World War II.
Right, you cannot vouch for them past that, honestly.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah,
at least Americans and most Western.
Yeah. I mean, we have the Ukrainian-Russian war, which is a pretty clear-cut, moral stance. Like, you're talking to somebody who hates war, and I have a Ukrainian flag on my laptop. Like, it's pretty easy to understand like who's in the wrong in that situation. Sure, war is evil, but like, there's a pretty obvious like World War II like conflict going on in that area.
No, for sure.
The world right now.
I agree with you. I mean, it's like war is very complicated. What were you saying about World War II?
I said World War II with like some parts of it were kind of a meme, but then I forgot where I was going with that, so I'm probably gonna cut that out.
Parts of World War II. Parts of World War II that were a meme. Let me think. Leningrad was quite a meme.
Okay, yeah, Leningrad was a meme.
That is one of the biggest memes ever. Actually, that's literally.
Wait.
That's literally.
Hold on. Yeah, I need to go to DuckDuckGo. Was World War II a meme?
You mean reskinned Google?
No, it's reskinned Bing.
Oh right, okay. DuckDuckGo sells when you fucking tell them that they're not actually gonna find anything. DuckDuckGo sells.
God, honestly, like Bing must be like a crazy search engine to use now. Like
it's fucking awesome, dude. It's so much better
honestly,
than Google for just trying to find random shit. Google is worthless.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like
it's a propaganda machine. It's evil.
Bing is at least like funny. It's not better, but it's
right.
Funny. like if you're using Bing, like you know what's up. Like
every time I'm trying a new search engine, I always search CAD Strife first.
That's how you know.
And I see something. Oh, this is new. CAD Strife is awesome from YouTube. In this installment of Shane Makes Fun of Desperate Losers, you can expect drug use, Uh-oh. Am I getting lolcowed? I just Bing searched myself.
Uh-oh.
That's not... you know what? I stay winning because, like, people know me as Eleanor, and also fucking... Well... There's not, even if you look up my name, nothing comes up. My Facebook will, but that's it.
All right, well,
I'm pretty sure. Wait,
looks like I'm gonna have to share my screen.
Oh, someone died in Salt Lake City in 2010. R.I.P. My twin. Damn.
Hold on, let me just I'll just share a screenshot of this. I'm not watching this tonight, dude.
I'm trying to find a good screenshot about or green text about Leningrad. Sorry, go on.
I just Bing searched myself and I found this. I'm happy I Bing searched myself. Look in Bulldozer Gumshot. Look what I just found. What is this?
I think I'm crazy because I can't see this channel.
Permissions, fucking fuck.
I felt like I was being gaslit earlier because everyone was saying, yeah, look in Bulldozer Gumshot, and I'm like,
all right, there it is. It's right above the BC.
Oh my lord, what? This came out today?
Let me find Discord is so annoying.
Dude, I just Bing searched myself for the bit and this fucking pops up. Look at this fucking dude.
Oh wait, dude. Yo, wait. You are right. I thought you were just making a joke because no. It's happening. Ron Paul Gibb.
Am I becoming a lolcow? All right,
it's happening.
I can't even begin to make fun of this guy's appearance. I'll watch this video later.
Make a diss track. Wait.
I'm probably not going to acknowledge it, but I also am, considering this is being recorded.
Well, they can't see the image.
Well, no, yeah, I am going to put it on screen.
Man, I fucking love you. I don't think I've ever met anyone that has the same like blatant disregard for their own like safety as like you do in the same like weird way that I do. I don't even know how to explain it.
I did when I was a kid, but I don't anymore. I would do insane shit online when I was younger.
Well, dude,
I'm not being crazy on purpose. I'm just retarded.
I'm not gonna say
same.
You had what happened to you though, Morgan. So I don't fucking blame you. Like, yeah. That would do me in, I don't know, for a while. I'd be way more careful about just anything.
I feel like this is because I posted about 9/11 too much on Twitter, and this guy is definitely older than 21.
But you know, what's funny is like based on the description, I'm assuming he's listened to a couple of these episodes, at least one, or like part of it. Drug use, gender dysphoria, and general unfunny behavior of men 20 years and older. So yeah. Pretty much.
I'm looking at this channel and it's nothing clickable. It seems I recognize the avatar. I think left a comment on my video. Lol LMFAO on 9/11 mix. All right, so I guess I was sarcastic.
Well, now we know. Now we know that lol LMFAO is a sarcastic statement. That's crazy.
Well, I'll watch Cat Stripe is awesome later.
I mean, he's speaking the truth. You're pretty awesome.
Unfunny men in their 20s. I'm an unfunny man in my 20s. Hold on. I love the thumbnail though.
The thumbnail is fantastic. He doesn't even look similar. Like
the thumbnail, he looks like a totally different person, and he looks like really happy.
No, he doesn't even look the same.
Wait, that is a fucking JPEG if I've ever seen one. God damn.
I love in the screenshot of the actual video how his fucking huge, like, his face cam is taking up literally half the screen. It's so comical.
It's like we're on like a Skype call with each other.
Yeah, I love when YouTubers like react content. That's what we've been making fun of for all of these years online. Is YouTubers,
he's drinking a beer in this video.
YouTubers react content they always do this shit where they make their face like 3/4 or at least one half of the video. Like, if you're gonna make like react content to something and have it not be like comical, you should put your face in like the bottom left or some shit, or just like in a tiny little window, so people don't like look at your ugly face the whole entire time.
I'm skimming like the video without playing it because I can't be fucked right now. It seems like this guy's just playing some of my food reviews. Looks at the podcast
I said,
briefly.
Sup, homie, let's link.
Did I ever tell you that my favorite thing to say I never say it anymore, but my favorite thing that I used to say was link and build?
Dude, oh my god, I have such a good story about that, dude. Fucking when I like my first like tour ever, I guess it was sort of a tour. This is when I met like my wife and also Gorshit, and this was like when I started playing shows, and I was like whatever. So hanging out with Machine Girl that like 2-week period. Yeah. And Machine Girl and like Kathy, like our friend who's like roadie, all of us were just like nonstop making link and build jokes and like just like making fucking stupid images with our phones and like memeing them on top of each other. Yeah, I know,
that's
like it was probably so funny, dude. I was dying the entire that one never gets old. It's fucking hilarious.
That's probably around the same time I was doing it, but I had to stop myself. It's almost like as bad as the Your Mom crisis.
Yeah, I can understand.
Your mom, like, there is something in the air with autistic people and saying your mom. I can't help it. I still do it. It's like it's impossible to avoid.
I for one think your mom jokes are funny.
Like, me too. I'll tell your mom jokes to my mom. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's just how I talk now.
It's a good one. I would consider it a good one. I'm probably gonna go to bed here soon. I've got an appointment.
I'm probably gonna should go bedtime.
Nice to talk to you guys. Fucking
yeah.
Nice to talk
to you, Cash. It was unexpected, but
this is the first ever actual board conference meeting.
Yes. Yes.
Unlucky when the conference press something.
Got to do it on Zoom every Wednesday. You got to join a Zoom call at 1 p.m., whether you like it or not, so we can talk about whatever. Dude, I can't imagine working one of those remote jobs where you just have to do like Zoom calls and then it's just someone saying nothing for an hour. Like, Danny Rev was in my house the other day doing that. And we're just playing Melee silently, listening to the shit these people are saying. It's just like, God damn, fuck it. Some fucking 35-year-old motherfucker talking about going to Burning Man. And then everyone just goes, he called it his first burning event, went to my first burn event. And then everyone went like silent for most of it, and yeah. But all right, this has been whatever List Amphetamine podcast, Trap House, or whatever the shit.
Dick and balls amphetamines.
Okay, how do I end this?
Very carefully.